Hello, I'm Dave Moore with PITC, and today we're going to be going over the testing procedure for a DCVA. The model of DCVA we're going to be testing today is a ZURN Wilkins 350. The first step to testing our DCVA is flushing our test cocks to make sure that no dirt and debris is sent through your gauge when we hook up our gauge. Once we've flushed our test cocks, we take our high hose and connect it to test cock number 2. The first test of a DCVA is checking our check 1 and forward, or our pressure differential across check 1. We first establish pressure in our gauge and bleed any air out. Once we've established pressure and bled the air out, isolate our gauge, and we're going to isolate our device. At this point, we're going to open up test cock number 3. Our minimum spring pressure on check 1 is 1 psi. We need to hold above 1 psi for more than 2 minutes, or for 2 minutes. So we're holding at 2.8 psi right now. If that was to continue to hold for 2 minutes, that would be a pass test. We're then going to shut off our test cocks. We're going to remove our high hose from test cock 2 and bring it to test cock 3. We're going to re-establish pressure within our device. We're going to pressurize our gauge. We're going to bleed our gauge. And we're going to isolate the device. At this point, we're going to be checking check 2 in forward, and at the same time, we're going to check 1 in reverse. Again, we must remain constant above 1 psi for 2 minutes. So again, if we remained constant above 1 psi for 2 minutes, this test would be a pass. We're then going to shut our test cocks. We're going to remove our high hose and connect it to test cock 4. The last test we do on a DCVA is check our check 2 in reverse pressure. So again, we're going to re-establish pressure in our device. We're going to re-establish pressure in our gauge. We're going to bleed any air out of our gauge and isolate our device. At this point, we're going to open up test cock 3. And now we just have to reduce our pressure to a readable level. We need to remain constant for 2 minutes and hold constant pressure. If again our needle doesn't move and we hold constant pressure, that test is a pass and our DCVA is good to go. We're then going to shut our test cocks and put the device back into service.